Imagine a heated disagreement where you have the facts on your side and your logic is airtight, yet the person across the table acts irrational. This occurs because our natural operating state is what neuro-linguistic programming calls first position. In first position, you experience reality exclusively through your own eyes. While this is where you define your boundaries and values, it is also a state where you are only aware of what you think and feel. At its extreme, this perspective disregards the needs of others because their reality is not represented on your internal map. When you remain trapped in this single map of reality, the deadlock is guaranteed to persist. In NLP, a single point of view is considered a single dimension. Like a 1D line, it lacks the depth needed to represent a complex, three-dimensional situation. To see the complete picture and resolve the conflict, we must add depth using a cognitive framework called the Triple Description. We will now deconstruct our opening argument to see how these missing dimensions change the nature of the disagreement. Let's rewind the encounter. This time, we shift our focus to experience the exact same disagreement from the other person's perspective, the second position. Second position requires two imaginative leaps. The first is emotional second position, where you attempt to feel the other person's underlying stress or frustration. The second leap is intellectual second position. This is the effort to understand the specific logic they are using and the exact outcome they are trying to reach. Taking these steps builds rapport and helps you appreciate the feelings that are driving their behavior. However, stopping at the second position creates a paradox. You haven't found an objective truth. You have simply traded your own biases for theirs. We rewind one last time, breaking away from both individuals to enter the third position. From this helicopter view, you become a detached observer. You are no longer a participant in the argument, but an impartial witness to it. Rather than focusing on the individual points of view, you analyze the relationship and the patterns of communication between them. This allows you to check the ecology of the situation. You temporarily set aside what you personally want to achieve so you can evaluate how the interaction is affecting the whole system. This perspective acts as a stabilizing force, correcting the gaps in our awareness that occur when we are either too focused on our own goals or too immersed in someone else's emotions. The meta-mirror is the exercise used to bring these three dimensions together. It transforms these viewpoints into a continuous cycle of information. While standing in the third position, you can look back at the you in the first position as a stranger. When you observe how you respond to that version of yourself, noticing if you feel impatient or dismissive toward your own actions, you realize the external conflict is often a reflection of how you are relating to yourself in that moment. Shifting through these dimensions allows you to build a functional understanding of a problem by combining several limited truths. It clarifies that in human communication, there is no single objective right to be won. The goal of this process is cognitive flexibility, having multiple choices in how you think and behave. The next time you hit a communication wall, resist the urge to simply repeat your arguments from the first position. Instead, mentally cycle through all three positions to broaden your map of the situation. The solution to a deadlock only becomes visible when you step outside yourself and view the problem in its full complexity.